This morning I had a realization. I snoozed a couple of times between 9 to 12 p.m. and I couldn't get this thought out of my head. And after rolling around for a few more hours, it was all clear to me that this epiphany was not going away. So I got up, got dressed, and while this younger version of me is making his morning coffee, I will give you my life story that will take around 55 seconds. My name is Nadir, and I'm 35 years old. I'm born and raised in Sweden, and I know I don't have the typical Swedish name or look. Moving on. I used to work as a music producer for many years, and I've created songs with different artists all over the world. My songs have actually streamed over 100 million times on Spotify and YouTube, and I've sold over 1 million records. Now, you may wonder, why the hell did you quit making music?
Why?
Long story short, I really got tired of making music. I started to dislike everything about the business, and the most important reason, I simply wasn't happy. Now, looking back at the time when I was making music, I had a lot of fun in the studio because I was working with artists and I was basically traveling the world. And I really thought I was happy because this was supposed to be my dream job. I was basically making music all day and hanging out with friends, so who would say no to that? But there was always something that would pull me back, and now that I look back to it, I guess I had many of the symptoms of unhappiness because I often had a bad morning mood and I would find it hard to get out of the bed, and I would snooze a lot. I'm not perfect now, I do snooze sometimes nowadays too, but I was sensitive, I had bad self-esteem, and I generally didn't always see things on the bright side. Now, going back to the time when I was feeling unfulfilled, I really felt that I had to make a change in my life in order to be happier. So instead of watching Entourage and dreaming about a superficial life of sports cars and crazy parties, I started to focus on finding happiness from within. I started to read more books on self-development because I knew I had to become more self-aware of the problems I had. And for the first time in my life, I actually enjoyed reading books because I really felt I would get something out of it. But there was this one particular book that really made an impact on my mindset and that would change my way of thinking for the rest of my life. It was Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within. He talked a lot about life values and how important it is to know what you truly appreciate in life. So I took the most important concepts from this book and applied them to my own beliefs, and this actually came to be my secret to finding happiness. And to save you the time it takes to read the whole 300 or what is it, like 500-page book, I made a short summary with a few modifications, and I named it
Finding Happiness from Within.
By following your life values. What if I told you that the #1 reason why you're unhappy right now or not feeling fulfilled is because you've been striving for the wrong things in life? You see, ever since you were born, society has told you how to live your life and what you should do to be happy and successful. Your parents teach you empathy and good values, while school teaches you the basics about life like math, history, physics, and other good stuff like how to get along with other people. But what about happiness? How many schools have classes about how to find out what makes you happy? Most kids that graduate from high school have no idea what they want to do in life because they simply haven't been taught how to look within themselves and find their own happiness. So instead, we allow the big corporations teach us how to be happy. And what do I mean by that? Well, every day we consume information through social media, television, YouTube, and Netflix, and we're being told the same story every day by these big companies, and the formula is buy this product and you will get a better life. For example, buy these Nike shoes and you will feel like a champion, or buy this makeup and you will look like Kim Kardashian, or even buy this pill and you will feel better. Okay, so what's the solution to this? How can we find happiness from within? Well, instead of making decisions based on what others tell us to do, what if we start to look within ourselves and find the key things that truly makes us happy? It's pretty logical, right? So the secret to finding happiness, and that's just my take, is to find your key values that you want to move towards in life that we haven't done before. The first key thing that you got to do is ask a simple question, and I know that this question might not sound that simple, but it is pretty simple, and that's what's the most important to me in my life and what do I value the most? So all the things that come up in your head, write them down and keep them to like 5 to 8 things. I did this exercise myself and came up with these values: health, freedom, love, personal growth, creativity, and finance. These are my life values, and whenever I feel lost and need to make a big decision, I look at these values. So for example, let's say I get offered a job at a company where I get paid well, but I have to work overtime a lot, travel with work, and where I don't get to educate myself and grow. Then I know that is violating 4 of my life values, which are health, freedom, love, and personal growth. And therefore, it's pretty easy for me to make the decision to pass on that job. You see, instead of listening to what society tells me, which is make money and get successful, I base my decision on my own values that I know makes me happy. So, I know I've talked a lot and I need to end this video right now. But before I do, I want to let you know why I started this channel and what you can expect from me. And even though I'm quite happy with where I am right now, I always strive to improve my life and my life values. And I think you should too, because we all have so much potential. And I've been looking to find a place where I can develop my skills and at the same time share to other people what I learn. And there are so many skills that I want to develop, like improving my English, since English is not my mother language, and I really think it's nice to be able to express yourself in different languages. And I want to get better at storytelling. I also want to get better at filmmaking, and I want to network and like get to know other people. So I figured, why not start a YouTube channel where I can make videos and like develop all of these skills. So enough speaking about me. What are your life values that you want to move towards? Let's start a discussion. Hit me up in the comment field and write down your values, and we'll take it from there. And until next time, much love and happiness. Cheers, guys.